All right, now we're at the Dragonfly House, owned by Angela and Dan Henry. And they have an amazing story to share about their journey. So come on, let's go in and talk to Angela and Dan and see what all the goodness is about. All right, guys, look, I've heard a lot about Dragonfly, but more importantly, I've heard so much about Angela and Dan. Tell me about this magnificent home.
We came here because we wanted to get away. We needed a place that we could just be ourselves and heal and just spend time together as a family, reconnecting to sort of our spiritual grounding.
So how long have you all been coming to the island?
So we came once or twice as a family before 2010, so probably like 2008.
Yeah.
And then after DJ was killed, we started coming regularly in 2011, every year, as a place, like we said, to just come, catch our breath. Dan and I were fighting for justice for our son, fighting for accountability, and our family needed some time just to be able to breathe, to just restore. And every year we came, we would look for a property to buy, and every year we left with nothing until we came to look at this house. You know, Dan and I were both thinking this would be great for a rental property. And when we walked away from the house, our son has a bench here, a memorial bench, and it's not too far from here. So we went to sit on the bench and contemplate whether or not we could get this home. If we get this house, we have to come up with a name because a lot of the houses here have names. So while we were sitting there and all the dragonflies were all around us, we said, you know, what does this mean? And so we looked it up. And it's about resilience.
Yes.
It's about a message from someone that's gone on before you.
I love
and that's how the house got its name. But not only did it get its name, it also took with it the resilience and the messages from people beyond, because when people come to visit us, they feel that. When they leave, they feel like they got something special while they were here.
I felt that the moment I walked up, just how captivating it is and how you all maintain the essence and the beauty of this house, because this house has been around a long time. It was actually in the Green Book, and one of the things I love about the Green Book was it provided a safe haven for us when we travel. So to hear your story about the message that was passed from beyond on to now with dragonflies, and then to hear the history of this house and how you guys found it.
This house was owned by a guy by the name of John Ritchie, he was the reason we know so much about the Mass 54, the most decorated Black regiment during the Civil War. He was their diarist. He lived in this house. His diary's in the Smithsonian in DC. And then it went on to be owned by the Eastmans, who had it in the Green Book. First house on the waterfront here that we could safely stay in. And we were able to bring her grandmother, his daughter, back to this house and put her hands on stuff and ask her to touch it. This was all here when she was a little girl.
She remembered being here. She remembered when we brought her upstairs to walk through the house. She sat in one of the rooms and looked out, and she said, I remember this view. She told us, she said, this house is holy. This house is blessed.
Yes.
And so we receive it, and we want to give that to our friends that come to visit. They leave feeling like, oh, wow, I got something from that house.
It's just powerful that this dwelling, this place, this land, this space, does that for people. And the fact that we call it Dragonfly House, that came from our son.
That's volume. That speaks volume.
Who told us, we have work for you to do there. We purchased this after we lost him.
Okay.
But he's still very much here, right?
Yes,
he's not gone. He's a part of it. He put us here. He's the one that decided this was the house for us. And he put us here because we put his bench there first, and he directed us to this house. And what it was, honestly, what it is for us, it's like this whole island, right? There's this spiritual energy on this island.
Not only is it a testimony, it's a story about resilience, about overcoming what you all have withstood and what you went through and how you've developed and turned it into a bright light, like a dragonfly.
Yeah, we have a saying that we keep an undefeated spirit, right? I mean, we may be down for a bit, but we have to keep an undefeated spirit. And we tell that to our other two kids, Kyle and Amber.
But this island and this land and the history here has provided for us a peace that I don't think that we could get anyplace else.